Hello everyone. In this video, I will be explaining the third strand from Criterion B. So far, we are done with the first strand, which is writing down our design specifications or features for our game and video, and to write down the testing methods. The second strand is to create two designs for our game or video. Now, in the third strand, it's time to evaluate these two designs against our design specifications. What we will be doing is that we will be copying the specifications that we wrote here, and supposedly we create our game or video according to what we have written here. We will copy the specifications, we will paste them here in this column, and then we will contact two colleagues. We make sure to write their names here, colleague number 1 and colleague number 2, to write their names. We will share our screen. We will call them privately on Teams, share the screen, and show them the first design. Now, each student will be giving a grade, either 0 if it does not meet specification in any way, or 1 if it completely meets the specification, which means that, for example, if my specification says that the sprite, I will only have animals as my sprites, and I will have at least 3. Okay? The colleague number 1 will check this design if it really only includes animal and you have 3. For instance, if you have checked this and you have done this correctly, the student will give you 1. If not, the student will give you 0. And so on. You will be doing that for all of your specifications with two colleagues. You will be repeating the same step for design number 2. Now, to make more understandable, I have added a sample from last year's Scratch unit. This is an 8th student. This is a very good sample, and reviewing it might be helpful. This student wrote the specifications, the idea, the sound, the arrows control, backdrop sprites, and so on. Then the student created two designs. This is design number 1 with 3 scenes, as you can see, and the annotations all done perfectly. Then the student created design number 2 also with 3 designs, and as you can see, there is a difference in the design, which is perfect. However, the student kept the specifications as what it's written here in the first strand. Okay, now when the student is done with both of the designs, it's time to evaluate. The student copied the specifications here in this column and then contacted 2 students. Each student gave a grade, either 0 or 1, against the design specifications. They checked the design and they gave a grade. Then she added these numbers from each column and got a total, which is 7 from this student and 7 from this student. Then the student evaluated design number 2 and calculated the grades. They got 7 from this colleague and 6 from this colleague. After adding both of these grades, here we have total of 13, and in design 1 we have total of 14, which means that design 1 won. Then A, choose the appropriate design and explain your choice with reference in design specifications. The student wrote, after evaluating both of the designs, I found out that design number 1 won because my colleague thought that the idea in design 1 achieved the purpose better than design 2, which is answering science questions asked by a scientist. As you can see here, the student gave a justification why they picked design number 1. This is what you will be doing for this class, which is working on the third design from Criterion B. Thank you and good luck.